It's another lovely day to be a Nord in Skyrim. And where we last left off, Chad had broken into Mercer Frey's house and stolen his secret plans, then showed them to Brynjolf, who was quite surprised. Then, Carlia had something she wanted to tell us. That's where we pick up today.
Brynjolf, the time has come to decide Mercer's fate. Until a new guildmaster is chosen, the decision for...
Serana.
Aye, lass. And I've come to a decision. Mercer Frey tried to kill both of you. He betrayed the guild, murdered Gallus, and made us question our future. He needs to die.
We have to be very careful, Brynjolf. Mercer is a Nightingale, an agent of Nocturnal.
And it's all true. Everything I heard in the stories. The Nightingales, their allegiance to Nocturnal, and the Twilight Sepulchre.
Yes. That's why we need to prepare ourselves and meet Mercer on equal footing. Just outside of Riften, beyond the southeast gate, is a small path cut up the mountainside. At the end of that path is a clearing and an old standing stone. I'd ask you both to meet me there.
I have some preparations of my own to make. I'll meet you at the stone.
Okay.
Need something? By sure. I didn't know. Daedra are involved here, and Nocturnal specifically. To be honest, I don't like where this is going at all. Yes, Carlia would want all the power she could get, to have the upper hand against Mercer. But at what cost?
Yeah, I mean, the Daedra have screwed me before too, Serana, but I don't see what choice we have.
Yes?
Oh shit.
Is this all you've got?
While I don't like Riften, the rift is truly something else. Just look at these leaves. You don't typically see anything like them anywhere else in Skyrim.
Yep, it's pretty, Serana.
I'm glad you're here.
Well, what's the significance of this place?
This is the headquarters of the Nightingales, cut into the mountainside by the first of our kind. We've come to seek the edge we need to defeat Mercer Frey.
What kind of edge?
If you'll follow me, I'll try to explain on the way.
Well, first tell me about the Nightingales.
Gallus, Mercer Frey and I were once members of what's known as the Nightingale Trinity. The Trinity disbanded 25 years ago when Mercer Frey betrayed us by slaying Gallus and dumping his body in the ruins of Snowvale Sanctum.
Were they a part of the Thieves Guild?
Indirectly. The Trinity is usually selected from the ranks of the Guild, although its existence is a closely guarded secret.
What's their purpose?
The Nightingales protect the Temple of Nocturnal, a place known as the Twilight Sepulchre.
Who's Nocturnal?
She's the mistress of night and darkness, and the patron of every thief in Tamriel.
I never met a thief that worshipped anything.
Nocturnal isn't one for worship and reverence. There are no priests and no sermons, no services and no alms. She influences our luck, and in return, demands payment.
Well, it sounds like a guild contract.
You're closer to understanding than you realize. The only difference is she doesn't demand payment in the traditional sense, and sometimes the cost can be quite high. Whether you know it or not, Nocturnal dictates how well we perform as rogues.
Well, I have my skill, not powers or magic.
Again, you have to think differently. Haven't you ever noticed how our luck behaves? Like a novice picking an impossible lock, or a blind man suddenly turning to face you as you reach for his pocket. It's through these subtle means that Nocturnal influences us.
Think different. Look, I'm not buying a Macintosh here. It sounds like she just likes us to suffer.
Nocturnal's whim is the greatest mystery to everyone. There have been volumes written on the subject. Does she exact payment when we die? When we suffer, does she revel in our misery? No one knows. The return certainly seems worth the risk, though.
Let me guess. I'm about to become a Nightingale.
It's my hope that you will, yes. This way, please.
I'm okay with the dark, but I've spent more than my share of time in caves already.
So this is Nightingale Hall. I heard about this place when I joined the guild, but I never believed it existed.
The assumption that the Nightingales were just a myth was seeded within the guild on purpose. It helped divert attention from our true nature. What's wrong, Brynjolf? I can almost hear your brow furrowing.
I'm trying to understand why I'm here, lass. I'm no priest, and I'm certainly not religious. Why pick me?
This isn't about religion, Brynjolf. It's business.
You were so slow, Carlia.
This is Nightingale Hall. You're the first of the uninitiated to set foot inside in over a century. Now, if you'll both proceed to the armory to don your Nightingale armor, we can begin the oath.
Hey, I like my armor.
Wasting. And Mercer's still out there. Let's get this show on the road.
I need to talk with you.
Yeah, Serana?
Trust the lass and take the deal.
I need to talk with you.
What is it?
With everything that's going on, it looks to me like you're about to participate in a Daedric ceremony. As for what will happen specifically, I'm not exactly sure. Just know that if you have to pledge allegiance to this Nocturnal, know that there's always a cost. With great power comes great price.
You look pretty concerned, and I agree, but we do need Nocturnal's power to defeat Mercer.
If this is really that important to you, then I don't think we have much choice here. After we're done with all this, promise me that you'll find a way to break free from this contract. It might be nigh impossible, but it's worth a shot.
All right, we'll do that.
Thank you. It means a lot to me. Ready if you are.
Well, geez, Serana, you talk so long, now we're holding everybody up.
This is enough to make your head spin, eh?
You appear hesitant to don your Nightingale armor. What's troubling you?
This is enough to make your head spin, eh?
Oh.
Okay, lass. We've got these get-ups on. Now what?
Beyond this gate is the first step in becoming a Nightingale.
Whoa there, lass. I appreciate the armor, but becoming a Nightingale? That was never discussed.
To hold any hope of defeating Mercer, we must have Nocturnal at our backs. If she's to accept you as one of her own, an arrangement must be struck.
What sort of arrangement? I need to know the terms.
The terms are quite simple, Brynjolf. Nocturnal will allow you to become a Nightingale and use your abilities for whatever you wish. And in return, both in life and in death, you must serve as a guardian of the Twilight Sepulchre.
Aye, there's always a catch. But at this point, I suppose there isn't much to lose. If it means the end of Mercer Frey, you can count me in.
What about you? Are you ready to transact the oath with Nocturnal?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Good. After I open the gate, please stand on the circle.
I know you want attention, Serana, but this is not about you right now.
This is enough to make your head spin, eh?
Sorry.
You're gonna make it about you, aren't you?
I call upon you, Lady Nocturnal, Queen of Murk and Empress of Shadow. Hear my voice.
Ah, Carlia. I was wondering when I'd hear from you again. Lose something, did we?
My lady, I've come before you to throw myself upon your mercy and to accept responsibility for my failure.
You're already mine, Carlia. Your terms were struck long ago. What could you possibly offer me now?
I have two others that wish to transact the oath, to serve you both in life and in death.
You surprise me, Carlia. This offer is definitely weighted in my favor.
My appetite for Mercer's demise exceeds my craving for wealth, Your Grace.
Revenge. How interesting. Very well. The conditions are acceptable. You may proceed.
Lady Nocturnal, we accept your terms. We dedicate ourselves to you as both your avengers and your sentinels. We will honor our agreement in this life and the next until your conditions have been met.
Very well. I name your initiates Nightingale, and I restore your status to the same, Carlisle. And in the future, I'd suggest you refrain from disappointing me again.
Now that you've transacted the oath, it's time to reveal the final piece of the puzzle to you. Mercer's true crime.
What, he's done more?
Mercer was able to unlock the Guild's vault without two keys because of what he stole from the Twilight Sepulchre. The skeleton key. By doing this, he's compromised our ties to Nocturnal and, in essence, caused our luck to run dry.
So the key unlocks any door?
Well, yes. But the key isn't only restricted to physical barriers. All of us possess untapped abilities. The potential to wield great power securely sealed within our minds. Once you realize the key can access these traits, the potential becomes limitless.
That's a hell of a key. The guild should possess this thing.
Although it would benefit the guild more than you can imagine, in the end it would do more harm than good. If the key isn't returned to its lock in the Twilight Sepulchre, things will never be the same for the guild. As time passed, our luck would diminish to the point of non-existence, and whether you know it or not, our uncanny luck defines our trade.
Well, this is the first time I've ever set out to return something.
Very true. In our line of work, it's quite rare we set out to return a stolen item to its rightful owner.
Well, let's go.
Before we depart, Brynjolf has some business to discuss. I suggest you listen to him.
Listen, lad. There's one last piece of business we need to settle before we go after Mercer. The leadership of the guild.
Why are you telling this to me?
Carlia and I had a long discussion before you arrived here. Thanks to your efforts, Mercer's treachery has been exposed. After we deal with him, all that remains is restoring the guild to its full strength. As a result, we both feel that you have the potential of replacing Mercer as leader of the Thieves' Guild.
Me? What about you?
I've been at this game a long time, my friend. A long time. I've stolen trinkets from nobles and framed priests for murder. I'm good at what I do, maybe even one of the best, but it's all I know. I've never been one to lead. Never desired it, never cared for it. Don't want it.
Well, I don't know what to say.
Well, we have a bit of an errand to run before your coronation, so don't get sentimental on me now.
All right, I accept.
Then it's decided. When this is all over and Delvin's contacts assure me that we've regained our footing in Skyrim, we'll handle the details. Until then, we have quite the task ahead.
Well, let's get to it.
I've been poring over the plans you brought us, and I'm convinced the eyes of the Falmer are in the Dwarven ruins at Erkenthand. Carlia and I will meet you there. Prepare yourself, lad. This will be a fight to remember.
Well, do you think we stand a chance against Mercer?
If you would have asked me that yesterday, I'd have said no. But now I think our chances have improved. Look, call me crazy if you like, but I trust Carlia. I don't think she'd lead us down a suicidal path. Besides, I'd rather die with some of Mercer's blood on my blade than spend the rest of my life regretting that I ran the other way. Until next we meet, lad.
So, it's done?
Yes, Serana, it's done.
So, it's done?
You just asked that, and it is. But my soul's fate isn't final. We'll find a way to deal with this.
Thank you. Mercer is a much more pressing matter at the moment, but after we're done, I'll start doing some research about Daedric contracts. Possible loopholes, ways they can be void. Now, shouldn't we get going? Brynjolf and Carlia said to meet them in King... whatever it's called.
Yeah, we should get on that. But that's where this chapter comes to an end. This is Chad Kill People, over and out.